Hi, I'm Shamil. My teammates are.
Hi, my name is Adam.
Hi, my name is Auni.
Hello, my name is Akila.
Hi, I'm Alvian.
So for this project, we look into something that is a daily struggle for most of us, which is traffic, especially around the KPS junction.
This area gets really packed in the mornings, so we wanted to study when the traffic are more congested, what type of vehicles are using it, and where the congestions are coming from.
We did a manual traffic count from 8 to 10 a.m. and focused on 3 main routes, all involving major movement around the campus.
2 of the routes start from the library. One goes to DTC and the other to the Faculty of Science. The third route goes from the Faculty of Science to DTC. We'll go through each one and talk about what we observe and share ideas for how things could be improved.
Alright, let's get into the first route.
For the first route, which we call Movement M1, the traffic flow goes from the main library to Dewan Tunku Chancellor. This is the most used path, especially during the morning where students commute to their classes.
Traffic here was pretty steady across the whole 2 hours. The busiest time was from 8:45 to 9 a.m. when we counted 191 vehicles. Most of them were cars, 140 is just that. One slot and motorcycles came in second.
There were a few buses and lorries too, but what really surprised us was that we only saw one bicycle in 2 full hours.
That kind of shows how little cycling is being used, even though it could help reduce congestion if it were more accessible and safe.
Next is a movement M2 from the library to the Faculty of Science, and this one had the highest traffic overall.
In the first 15 minutes, which is from 8 to 8:15 am, we recorded 238 vehicles using this junction, which was the highest single count in our whole study.
Again, cars and motorcycles made up most of the total, but we also saw a few buses and lorries coming through.
We think the traffic is probably related to class and lab schedules at the faculty, especially around 8 a.m. when everyone's arriving at once.
So out of all 3 routes, this one clearly had the most pressure, and it is definitely a hotspot for congestion.
Lastly, we look at movement M3, which goes from the Faculty of Science to DTC.
This route is not as busy as the other two, but it still had a fair amount of traffic flow, especially around 8 to 8:15 am.
Interestingly, this route had more buses than the others. For example, in just one time slot, you saw 5 buses. So it could be a main route for the campus shuttle or staff buses.
Even though it's not as packed as the first 2, this route still adds to the congestion at KPS Junction, especially since it fits into the same area.
It just shows that traffic is coming from different directions, not just the library, so we have to look at the full picture to solve the problem. So after looking at all 3 routes, it's pretty clear most people are using private vehicles, especially cars and motorcycles.
To effectively fix this traffic issue, we need to enhance the efficiency of the public transport around the study area, such as a more reliable bus system and a safer infrastructure for micromobility and walking.
And since the Faculty of Science route had the heaviest traffic, we think any traffic management plans should probably start there.